welcome. We're heading north to Toledo, but first we have a stop off at the Van Buren State Park, just north of Findlay, Ohio. I learned a little bit about this park from watching the Wandering Wagners on YouTube. Len and Mike gave this place high marks, so we thought we'd stop and check it out, and it was lunchtime, so it was a good time to stop and eat.
Picnic area straight ahead.
Do I want to do the picnic area?
Yes.
But can I? Van Buren State Park is 296 acres in Hancock County, Ohio. The park is named for the 8th president, Martin Van Buren. It was opened to the public in 1950. The park is open year-round. The land that currently is the Van Buren State Park was originally set aside as a wildlife preserve. In 1939, a dam was constructed over the Rocky Ford Creek, which created the wildlife resources. Then in 1950, it was turned over to the newly created Division of Parks and Rec and became a state park.
Darn it, I had some good shots too.
This is one of those cases where we drove through the campground. We did a lot of filming. The park was really neat, and as we were leaving, we realized we forgot to turn the camera on. But I'll tell you that the campground consisted of 40 non-electric sites. There was a dump station, and it was set up for equestrian. There were several areas set aside for horse camping. So anyway, after our lunch stop and the drive through the park, we got back on the highway and continued our trek north to Toledo. Check-in time at our campground wasn't until 3 p.m., so we were a little bit ahead of schedule. So we decided to stop in at the Bass Pro Shop on the south side of Toledo.
We just made our left from the right-hand lane. Seems like we're always stopping in at a Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's when our travels. It's just a nice place. I love the environment that these stores have. Look at that.
Oh,
That's very cool. That's a big door.
No. Here's a little fun fact. Bass Pro operates 56 stores in the USA and Canada, and Cabela's operates 74 stores in the USA and 2 in Canada. But they're all owned by the same conglomerate out of Missouri. And it's time to head out and head to the Maumee Bay State Park. Plans are to make this a 3-day weekend.
Registered campers with passes. No, you had to go. You don't have a pass yet. Now you need to be over there and we walk up, I think. Or walk up, I don't know. Or drive up to the window. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we made it through the ranger station and got our site number and headed back to our site. Keep in mind the water the water hasn't been turned on yet because it was still too cold. We leveled up and unhitched, and boy was it windy. I thought I was recording the entire time, making that little sign windy, and I wasn't recording at all.
I did that today too, and you got mad at me.
I don't think I got mad at you.
You did.
I...
You went, cheese!
Cheese! Did I go cheese?
Yeah.
You know, I'm impressed at how windy it is. And that sucker there. And we're sitting inside our great big heavy camper, and we're worried to death about blowing away.
This is come down because there. Okay. Oh my God. Do you feel it?
Look at that. Look at the pop-up. Do you see it?
And look how high up he is on those
jacks.
blocks.
I think we're going to be filming it and watch it go whoosh at any time.
It's holding up.
In 0.1 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit. I see possibilities up ahead. At the roundabout, take the second exit. I see possibilities up ahead.
They're not bad streaks. I mean, I didn't sink in the grass and all the orange mowers, but there's still water back there. So I'll wait till tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be a little bit better.
I was expecting a larger lighthouse.
They're turning. Or something. Yeah, it's one way here, so. Or they park on the street. I don't know.
We pull into lighthouse number 1. This is considered an ornamental lighthouse. It was built in 2008 and sits on land that splits land between the Maumee River Bay and the Detweiler Golf Course. The lighthouse was built with private donations in cooperation with the city of Toledo.
Access to this structure is very easy. It sits along North Summit Street at the beginning of Point Place, about 2.5 miles north of downtown Toledo. A small parking lot is adjacent to the lighthouse for easy access. And we head north to lighthouse number 2. We didn't realize it at the time, but the second lighthouse that we hit was actually in Michigan, just over the state line.
Ottawa River.
Washington.
It's not Maumee.
I know, it's just Washington. That's in Michigan.
Washington Township. Yeah, this isn't the, I would think. Except there's not water between them. Lighthouse is pretty big.
It stands up there pretty high, yeah. Slow down, thank you.
Yeah, you're going 26 and a 25.
Yes. Pier Market.
What?
It's 15.
Ooh. This does a lot better with this speed.
I should probably just park right here, I'm thinking.
Yeah. No parking here. Purchase parking permit on building. Wait. Beach Pier permit parking.
We made
required.
it! I can't wait to ride together again soon.
Luna Pier Lighthouse is located 6 miles from the Ohio border along the coast of Lake Erie. Luna Pier was previously known as Lakewood. It was established in the early 1900s and incorporated in 1963. It functions as a resort for people living in the greater Toledo area and in the Detroit area as well.
Is it a fish?
Look at it. I think it is.
Toledo Museum of Art is housed in a historic Greek Revival building in the Old West End. Its east wing is...
And we hit the road, headed south, went back into Toledo, and it was time for dinner.
Okay, done. There, I got it.
Oh, nice.
In a half a mile, turn right.
I like that blue truck.
This is what we want right here.
Yeah. Fowl and fodder, downtown.
In 0.1 miles, let's turn right.
Go.
And red light camera reported ahead. They're trying to do us dirty, and not in a good way.
What'd she say?
Dirty.
Red light and speed camera ahead.
Hey, Google, that's Apple Maps. Google doesn't do that.
I don't even know what the speed limit is.
It's 35.
35. Okay.
Stay in the middle lane. Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right. Traffic lights, turn right onto Jefferson Avenue. In a quarter mile, turn right onto North Erie Street.
What's that road?
Where's this taking us to?
I don't know.
In 0.1 miles, turn left.
One
Why do
says
I
to
have two?
One says to turn right, the other says to turn left.
Oh, I took to the third field. Is one of them. Let me stop.
Go past this light,
There it is.
then at the next one,
Okay.
turn right.
Well, but yeah,
We don't want to go there.
we
I'm
don't-
trying.
Yep.
I can't turn him off. I don't know how
Turn
to.
left.
Where is she taking us? I don't know. I can't turn the Apple one off.
We found a really cool Irish pub downtown.
Sure.
This pub is located on one of the corners of the Toledo Mud Hens Stadium. Great location and pretty good food and neat atmosphere. After lunch, we walked around the block of the Toledo Mud Hens baseball stadium.
So if you ever make it to Toledo and you get downtown, you got to go see the Toledo Mud Hens Stadium. And basically all the way around the stadium, there are neat shops and restaurants. And then you can even go down on the waterfront down there. And later in this trip, we'll make it to a nice restaurant down there as well. And we made it around the block and got back to the truck. This was a cash-only parking lot that we stopped at, and I think a lot of them were that way. After lunch, we were back on the road, heading to Lighthouse number 3. There's a lot of boats and campers.
East Marina Campground, big store, beer, wine, snacks.
Winter storage, they've got it all.
General store. Where was his bait shop?
Lakeside or Marblehead, up in there.
I think it was on too.
Wow.
That is huge.
In comparison to the cars, that is huge.
Is it right on the lake?
And there is steam coming out of it, so.
It's nuclear waste. What's that? Oh, ways because there's a river crossing. So look over there and see if you see the water. What's this say? Energy farm. That's pretty big.
You're going to turn left. What do you mean?
Yeah. In half a mile, turn left onto West Lakeshore Drive. Come on.
And we made it to Lighthouse number 3, the Port Clinton Lighthouse. The Port Clinton Lighthouse is located in Waterworks Park on the edge of Lake Erie. If you're in the area, it's a neat little stop.
1833,
It's 1952.
Clarence Rip Perry.
It is pretty cool. We passed this on the way to Lighthouse number 4.
Kelley's Island.
Kelley's
is this way.
Island.
You can't drive to that.
Oh, it's right here.
Lighthouse Drive. That church has to stay on Lighthouse Drive.
It's a church.
Catholic church. Turning right here.
I think so. Marblehead Lighthouse is considered a state park. When we got there, the museums and the tower were both closed and won't reopen until May 28th, 2022. Don't know if that was for some kind of a renovation or maybe they just closed down in the winter because they get quite a bit of snow up here.
That says 57 miles wide. We read today 30 miles wide.
30 to 40.
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
50. It was 57.
From the Marblehead Lighthouse, if you look straight north across Lake Erie, you can see the Kelley's Island and the Kelley's Island State Park. It's like really close, like 2 miles, maybe 2 to 3 miles. I'm not sure the distance, but it was a lot closer than I remembered it to be.
Marblehead Lighthouse is the oldest lighthouse in continuous operation on the Great Lakes, originally known as the Sandusky Bay Light Station. The lighthouse was built in 1821 and only took 8 weeks to complete. Beacons were lit with whale oil, lard oil, and kerosene, and then in 1923 with electricity.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go back over because we never got a good view of that,
What?
the sign where you took the pictures for those other people.
Oh, yeah. This is not a bad picture right here.
So we hit the road to lighthouse number 5, the Huron Lighthouse. The lighthouse can be reached easily from US 6 Lakeside and go downtown Huron, and pretty much the main drag takes you right out to the pier. The Huron Lighthouse is maintained by the United States federal government. The lighthouse is not open for tours, however, visitors can walk the pier. The pier is a great fishing spot. We saw lots of fishermen when we were there. It's also a hot spot for birding, they say. They say that you can see diving ducks and jaggers and purple sandpipers and snowy owls and other neat birds, but I don't know about any of that, but we did see a lot of Canadian geese. They just were all along the grassy area on the walk out to the pier. It was kind of fun. We started the day at the far western end of Lake Erie, and at each lighthouse we kind of maneuvered our way eastward, and before you knew it, we were about an hour and 20 minutes from our campsite. But we headed home and we're headed back to the campgrounds. This video is getting just a little long, so I think we're going to end this one here, and we'll make a part 2 of our area in around Toledo. We'll check out a little bit of the downtown area, and we did eat a nice restaurant, visited with our daughter. We'll do all that in the next video, as well as check out the lodge and the Easter buffet that they had.